Isaac. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. If you don't know me, I live and I breathe inspiration. That's something every day I live by. And before anything, I want to thank Hashem for giving me the opportunity. You know, I was talking to Frida and all of a sudden, boom, it came into my hands and Hashem gave me this opportunity. And not only gave me that opportunity, it's my birthday. And it happens to be my best friend's birthday, landed on my birthday. His Hebrew birthday landed on my birthday, so it was very meaningful. And nothing in the world I would appreciate for me to speak on my birthday. It means the world. It's something that I take my birthday, my Hebrew birthday. I like to praise everybody, give everyone beracha. But on my English birthday, I like to thank Hashem and thank everybody for giving me what I have and what I'm thankful for. So I'm very happy that, you know, Matthew gave me the opportunity. I hear he's an amazing person, and it was really amazing getting to know you. Even though I met you on Thursday night, and Hashem has a plan for everybody, but I just want to wish you more success, and it's amazing what you do. It's unbelievable. Please keep doing what you're doing, and your brother should have an aliyah, and everything should go the correct way, and everything should go the right way, and only good things in the future. Before I want to get anywhere, I want to thank Hashem, of course, and thank him for giving me this opportunity. But I want to go back to where it all started. I was 5 years old. I was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Yeah. And life was, not simple as life went on. And, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, I was bullied. I was made fun of for how I run, how I walk slow. And, I was a regular kid just like everybody else, but maybe it was a little, something was up and some people, saw it and some people didn't see it. So as I got older, 5th grade, 6th grade, I got to meet wonderful people, amazing people. I met Mickey also around that time also, and I met amazing people that were very nice to me and really treated me nicely. So days went on, years went on, months went on, and things got a little harder. Maybe 10th, 11th, 12th grade, it got a little harder, and it hit me. I said, what's going to be with my life? What's going to be in the future? Where am I going to go? What's going to be? So, it was very hard. I went through a rough time at the time, and all of a sudden, boom, everything went blank. I got into a car accident at the age of 17. I broke a lot of bones in my body, from my back to my arms to my ribs, all over. Disaster. Didn't know what to do with myself. I was stuck in a hospital, in a rehab center, not knowing if I would walk again. I was negative. I was depressed. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to I didn't even think of Hashem the same way I do now. I was worried. I didn't know what to do. And through the process, learning how to walk again, through the rehab, and thank God I got through that. It was very hard. It was very difficult. And, through my mind, I kept throwing it in my head, everything happens for a reason, don't get it in your head. And for 4 years after that, I was depressed. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. And, I just kept going, and I just kept with my head that everything works out for a reason and God does everything for our best. And I just hoped for the best, and I kept going, And during that time, maybe I moved out of my house. Things got hard in my family, also with my brother, and life was not easy. And I kept blaming myself for the injuries of my friends that were in the car, and I kept keeping it in my head, what did I do? What's going to be? So I kept going. I kept having this mindset, and after 4 years went by, I was at a class. I was at a Torah class, learning Torah with my friends. We prayed Mincha, we prayed Arbit. And on the way out, boom, I cracked my leg in half. I broke my femur. When I was on the ground, I was like, why Hashem? Why are you doing this to me? What's going to be? Why am I going to walk again? What's going to be? And I started cursing, screaming, why Hashem? Why do you do this to me? And all of a sudden, I switched my mindset on the floor, and I said, everything is good. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to push myself. It's for the best. And at the time, I wasn't in good shape. And I said, you know what? It's going to make me better. It's going to make me stronger. It's going to make me who I am. It's going to push me to the limits, and I'm going to be a better person. I pushed through. I recovered in 5 weeks with muscular dystrophy and breaking my leg, breaking my femur. I recovered in 5 weeks, 5, 6, 7 weeks. By 7 weeks, I was off the walker and I was done. I was back on my feet. back to real life. And through that day, those times when I was in the hospital, all I did was think positive. It's gonna work out. It's gonna help me. It's gonna be good. It's gonna work out. And soon enough, I got back on my feet, and everything was good. Everything went smoothly. And over that time, I started to pray more. I started to get spiritual. I started to thank Hashem for the things I had. And something I look back to was in the hospital. I couldn't wash my hands myself. I couldn't brush my teeth myself. I couldn't do anything myself. I couldn't dress myself. I couldn't do all these things. And I was like, what's going to be? What's going to happen? And now I look back, and I look back at that time, and I said, this was for my best. The car accident was for my best. The injury was for my best, to make me stronger and make me who I am and make me more positive and make me a better person. So I keep going. I kept going, and I had this positive mindset, and I kept believing Hashem does everything for our best. Everything happens for a reason. And what I just learned recently, after making my Instagram, if you guys want to follow me, my Instagram is Inspiration by Cub. I actually posted a story about my recent story. So if you guys want to, like it or comment or anything you guys want to do, just check it out. Inspiration by CUB. People call me Cub. It's my nickname. I don't. You don't have to ask why, but it's another story for another day. I started believing in Hashem. I started, praying more. I started doing everything that I could to get closer to Hashem, and I believed, and I started having emunah on Hashem, and I started, I kept pushing. I kept going, and after during Corona, I started realizing I'm not here just for a short. We're all here for a short period of time. I got to help the world. So I got into psychology. I took the requirements of psychology, and then I decided I'm going to take a course in life coaching instead of going the route of mental health. But I'm out here, and I realized I'm here to inspire and help other people. That's what I'm here for. So down the road, I had emunah, and I kept pushing. About 10 months ago, when I was in I was in good places, I was in good spirits, I was, strong. And all of a sudden, I was in my room one day, and I fell over and I just broke my knee. I fell over on a lot of times I'm at a wedding, I'm at an event, I fly across the room and nothing happens to me. But then I'm in my room, I'm walking like nothing, and all of a sudden I hit my knee and boom, gone. My knee's broken. I'm on the floor thinking, this can't be, it's not a broken knee. This is not happening again. This is not happening. All of a sudden I realized, okay, it's happening, and I realized, I have to get through this and do what I did last time, and I got to keep my head up just like I did last time. So I said, I kept going, kept pushing, and I had this mindset of just, it's good. It's all for the best. It's all good. It's all good. We might say bad things are not good, but God, something that I notice is God is full of kindness, full of good. So how can we say that when bad comes, it's bad? Why do we think that? So in my head, what I think is that's good. Everything that God does is good for us. It might be hard, it might be not easy, but suffering is what I learned is that's going to get me places. It's going to make me stronger. And I'm out here telling my story because it was back in, we're here only a short period of time, and we got to do what we need to do in this world, and we got to help the world. So I kept my journey going. I recovered. I was 80% done. It was very hard. I had to bend my knee, and my trainer, what he taught me, he said, because I kept going crazy, how am I going to bend it 50 degrees? What's going to be? How am I going to bend it, 45 degrees? I'm at 30. How am I going to go to 35 and 36 and 39? He told me, day at a time. We're at 0.1. Tomorrow is 0.2. We're not thinking about what's going to be. You're thinking about only today. So I kept going. He gave me good input. He gave me good inspiration. Down the line, 3 months, 70 days later, I fall, I slip, I break my other leg. I break my tibia plateau. I was on the floor. I was like, no, why? I did it already. I want to be done. I'm done with this. Enough with this. How am I going to get through my life? What's going to be? I kept going, kept my head up. I said, when I got into the ambulance, things changed. I said, you know what? I was on the phone with my best friend in the world, Mickey Crane, and he tells me, I tell him actually. I tell him it happened again, but because it happened again, God's telling me I'm here to inspire the world. I'm here to tell my story. That's what God put me here for, a reason to tell my story. So my doctor told me I did a surgery, and he told me 8 weeks, you can't walk, you can't put pressure on it. I was like, how am I going to walk again? It's impossible, it doesn't even make sense. But I just said, I ignored it. Since I got it through it already, I said, I numbed my mind, because I was already in that numbing mind. I kept that numbing in my head, and I just got rid of the fear. Of course, there's hard days. It wasn't easy. I didn't know what it was going to be. And I was at a point where, after surgery in the hospital, 6 days, I didn't even think I was going to live. My body felt like I was going to give up. My body had enough with the garbage that they put in it, the drugs they're putting in it. It was a disaster, and I didn't know what was going to be. And I just kept going. I kept going. I had to march at my friend's wedding with a wheelchair, and I didn't know what was going to be. And I kept going, and I kept going. And people are like, oh, you sure you're going to walk? You're sure you're going to walk? You sure it's going to come to... People questioned me. And I kept pushing. I kept strong. Me and my trainer, we worked out 6-7 days a week. And I got to where I am now. And, at one point I was okay. I said, okay, I'm good with walking with a walker. I'm okay with it. It's fine. At least I get to walk. I couldn't say Amidah standing. I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to pray to Hashem the correct way? It's not easy. I want to pray to Amidah the correct way. How am I going to do that? And I kept my head up, and I kept going. I kept pushing. I kept really going. And, one day I just stopped using the walker. I went on Kizik Hertz to go speak. And something, I'll go back a few steps. I said, when I was stuck in that situation and I was in the wheelchair, I manifested myself. I told myself in my mind, I said, I visualized, I said, I'm going to be at an event with a lot of people. I'm going to be well dressed. I'm going to be standing up, and I'm going to tell my story to those people. And what happened? 2-3 months later, I was on Kizik Hertz speaking in front of 300 people. And I was dressed nicely. I had my walker to the side. And after that whole trip, I came back, and my walker, I didn't need it anymore. Back on my feet. Here and there, it's not simple. Maybe I fall over some here and there, but Hashem always has me. He always shows me those small things that come up. Throughout the time, Hashem just gave me 100 hints to tell you, okay, everything's going to be good. He held my hand. He said, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I kept pushing. I kept having emunah in Hashem that it was going to be good. And no matter how hard it gets, for all of us, we go through challenges. All of us have a hard time here and there. Whether we have a very hard challenge, whether we have an easy challenge. No challenge is easy. I was telling him before, I said, someone's saying, oh, his challenge is harder, and mine's not so hard. I said, no, everybody's challenge is hard. Hashem puts us in a challenge we all can handle. All of us can handle the situation. If I said, okay, someone said, okay, you could take that person, you could trade. No, I do not want to trade. I love every single thing that happened to me, and I'm very happy all these things happened to me because it made me stronger, it made me a better person. And what happens? Every day when I wake up in the morning, I say, Modeh ani, lefanecha melech chai v'kayam, shechezarta bi mishmati lechemra rabba emunatecha. We say rabba emunatecha. What is rabba emunatecha? It means Hashem has emunah in us to come back to this world another day. Hashem has emunah that we're going to wake up in the morning and we're going to come here today because Hashem believes in us. Hashem put us in this world because we know that Hashem knows that we're going to change the world, that we're here to make a purpose, we're here to change the world. And Hashem has emunah in us, and if Hashem has emunah in us, we have to have emunah in Him because He has emunah in us. That means He believed in us to come back in this world. And now that means He has emunah in us. So we got to do our purpose. We got to try harder. We got to push ourselves and put ourselves in the moment to speak. And I didn't know Thursday night when I come to Florida and I come here for the winters, I didn't know I'm going to speak. All of a sudden I met Matthew. Hashem brought me Matthew. And thank God my speech was very successful now. And I'm very happy to be here, and I'm thankful that I had this opportunity to speak and teach you, and not teach you because everyone has a way of teaching, but I'm very happy that I had this opportunity. And something I say in the morning, every day we get up in the morning, I say thank you Hashem for getting me out of my bed. Thank you Hashem for giving me the ability to wash my hands in the morning. Thank you Hashem for giving me the ability to brush my teeth. Thank you, Hashem, for giving me the ability to put my pants on, my shirt on, and be able to do my daily activities, get out there and be able to come out here and stand here and speak, and not even that, put my tefillin on physically. It's not easy. I have a friend that couldn't do that. Put on tefillin, put on talit. Not simple, nothing is simple. So we thank Hashem every single day that He gives us the ability to do all those things. Because a few months ago that wasn't me. I didn't know that it's going to be me. I didn't know that I could do that. So I want to thank Hashem, and I want to thank all of you for listening here and coming out here. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful night and a beautiful week. Shavua Tov. Even though it's a little late.